Okay. All right, guys. Good evening. I hope everybody had a good evening. It's actually night now, but I have a little new background up there, and I hope everybody had a blessed day. I really do. But as you can see on my wall behind me, this is only for the day, a temporary background display, right? And I just wanted to tell y'all that I put this up with you guys in mind. Like, I was like, when it's that time of year, it's snowman, but when it's that time of year, it gives you like a good old fashioned good feeling and happy energy and all kinds of stuff sometimes when you feel like it's even getting close to Christmas or anything, all the little holidays that come up, Thanksgiving, all that. So as you can see, I put these snowmen on the wall, and I actually even, put some lights. Let me, hold on. Put some lights on there and everything, because I wanted y'all, y'all my people, right? I wanted y'all to be in a nice little good mood, you know, today and stuff like that. I even added in the glitzy the glitzy mask to go with it, just to represent, ding dong, the holidays, whatever spirit you want to be in, right? Okay, what I want to say to y'all right now, all that sounds good, fine and dandy, right? Oh, that's wonderful of her. She thought of our, spirits and stuff and wanted us to feel happy energy and feel good and loved and in the moment and all that stuff like that, right? But at the end of the day, all this have truly done is what it was simply, shoot, I'm off the paper today, y'all, because y'all know that today is my first day back. And when I come back, I'm always off track, right? I'm all over the place for real. Sometimes I'm all over the place all the time. But I can be all over the place when it's my first day back on here. I got to get my footing back in, right? So, okay. But I said all that to say that this is all just an illusion and a calculated game to distract you guys from the real truth of the matter. The real truth of the matter is every time I go out to the store, for some reason, I'm forgetting those batteries for that clock. And I told y'all we was going to get that clock moving, right? Okay? So instead of coming up and saying, hey, I forgot, hey, which would be my normal self, but not for everybody. Is the reason I'm trying to make a point on this is my normal self would be like, y'all, I done forgot those batteries. Because that's just me. I'm going to just tell it like it is. It's whatever. That's my truth, and I'm sticking to it. It's whatever. It's too much work to do otherwise. But anyway, so that was just a huge distraction to distract y'all from the fact of the matter that I forgot to get the batteries to put in the clock. The poles have been on that wall moving for y'all today, coming up out of that stuck week, right? Okay. The reason why I'm saying all this is don't let nobody feed y'all no BS, right? Always take the time to analyze what someone is presenting to you, whether that be through verbal or whether it's through their actions. Like, really pay attention to what somebody is presenting to you when you're out here encountering different people along your way, your day, your journey, whatever. Always do that, okay? So that's the first thing. And I always want everybody to know too, when you see me on here sometimes and I'll be talking and stuff, sometimes you gotta know I'll be learning right along with y'all, right? I mean, I truly do. Sometimes I watch my own videos because sometimes when you get the words to put on your heart and stuff like that, you say stuff and you're like, oh, well, dang, that was a good message for me. So sometimes I watch my own videos, not for vanity, not hardly. As you can see, I'm undone up on here. But sometimes I watch my own videos and I go back and I say, okay, and the reason why, it's always good to just know that you're not alone, basically. I'm sitting right here with y'all in class dozing off. Shoot, you know what I'm saying? You got a pencil? I'm sitting right in here in this class with y'all, right? You can call it a class, whatever you want to, but or anything you want to, just something just to watch or whatever. But I'm hoping that at the end of the day, through all the little laughter and jokes and stuff like that, I'm reaching somebody in somebody's life, okay? Because some people don't have that on their journey. They got to just solely focus on them and Jesus because you don't know how to sometimes turn to other people when you're in trouble or when you need help. You don't know how to sometimes do that because some people are very personable. And I've been that very personable person in my life. I still am to a certain degree. But at the end of the day, it's just like sometimes you just got to take what out of it that you can, okay? So that's what I wanted to say. You're not alone, right? I'm right up in here with y'all because at the end of the day, it's a continuous journey to stay up on your own game. Like always, stay up on your own game, right? You know, stay up on your own game. And sometimes you might have to get the messages different ways, but you got to open your mind and heart to hear it. Not just from me, but just things that can even happen in your regular day, right? Okay, we got a little bit stuff to say. I'm going to try to get it all in. Y'all know me before this is all over with, right? And what I'm telling y'all today, I won't go into it all together, but we'll get to that anyway. But you know, when I'm expressing myself up here and giving my messages of the day, I already told y'all that. Sometimes I can be all over the place, right? Almost I can appear to be sometimes a little passive aggressive. You know what I'm saying? In some ways. But the same token, when I'm in my own personal space, I can be very early, happily reserved person. You know, it'd be like you're looking at two different people, right? But then, like I said, at the end of the day, that's just me. Sometimes I could be in that zone so good and comfortable in it, shoot, I almost scare myself, right? But at the end of the day, that's what makes me me. That's who I am. You know what I'm saying? That's who I am. Sometimes I'm just that way. You might think some people might hear me say a cuss word or two on here, whatever, and sometimes you will never hear that. Like even if y'all can remember when I did the other video the other day, and I said talking about when you go to AA and stuff like that, and I said damn it, and behind it I said, oh excuse me, right? Because we all got our own building we working on, right? This is not something that I just do. I don't be going around, oh, cussing, all that stuff like that. No. You see what I'm saying? And like I told y'all day one, time and place for everything, right? So that's not something that I just be doing and stuff like that. But any of it, I'm trying to make it where that's my work in progress as well, right? So I identify when I do that, right? So, nevertheless, that's my journey, stuff like that. I don't mind sharing that with y'all, okay? But at the end of the day, never try to be anybody but yourself, right? Too much work to try to be anybody else, y'all. Be yourself. God made us all individually blessed and gifted and all of that. Just be yourself, you know what I'm saying? And you know the old saying, if people don't like you for who you are, y'all gonna make me really break my rule and say the rest. Okay? I hope y'all getting this out there. People don't like you for who you are. You know the rest, right? Okay. And then you're going to have some people out there like, well, if you like being yourself, what you got the wig on floor? Because myself like wearing a wig, right? So I wear it. That's what I do. At the end of the day, we all playing dress up in some form or another, right? We all playing dress up in some form or another. You might see me on here acting and going off sometime and rolling my eyes and all that stuff. That ain't my natural energy. But it can be depending on the situation, right? Okay. But anyway, what I want to talk about today, before I get started, I want to give y'all three little positive words. Well, we're going to say positive sayings. Starting with number one. Number one. Always tell your own truth and stay true to yourself. Okay, basically, I just summed that up a few minutes ago, right? Always tell your own truth and stay true to yourself, right? Number two, be the Picasso of your own life. Don't let nobody finger paint on your own picture or drawing and ruin what is already a priceless piece of art. You already that priceless piece of art. You know what I'm saying? Don't let nobody fingerprint all on your artwork. You're already a priceless piece of art, right? You look at yourself that way. Alrighty? You look at yourself that right. You already a priceless piece of art. Don't let nobody fingerprint put a whole bunch of mess on you and mess your artwork up, right? Okay? So, and finally, never follow the lead of people who are not sure of their own direction, especially when you have and you are equipped with your own compass, right? Don't do that, because people lead you into the places of the unknown. You'll feel like you're in the twilight zone by the time it's all over with, right? So God give us our own wisdom, our own strength, our own judgment, right? use it. And if we want to go all the way back to what we talked about before, our own intuition, if when something don't feel right, right? Okay, so now we're gonna get into it a little bit. Now, do y'all remember back in the day when we was in school, right? We had several different groups in school. Y'all remember that? So what I mean by that is we had the groups that were separated by color. Like, even though we was all the same race. You remember that? You had the light-skinned girls versus, and the black girls or darker-skinned girls would be, it was sort of automatically separate sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was some way, a line that say, this side is better and this side is not, right? Even though we were all the same race, right? That was one group I remember, right? Then the second group we had the bougie folks, right? The bougie, am I saying it right? The bougie folks, which was separated from the ones who may have been less fortunate, right? Even though if they all stumped their own pinky toe, they would all hurt the same, right? They would all hurt the same. Might got a little bit more money, whatever. But like I always say, one angry boss, one bad situation, and anything can change where it's not that way anymore, right? You never know. Even when it came to when the flood happened, what was it, Katrina? Hurricane Katrina. At that point, it was like they wouldn't. Even, I can't remember what they were taking. Where you all either only had to have cash, credit card machines wasn't working, whatever it was. But in that moment, you being wealthy or having money or not meant nothing. It ain't mean a daggone thing. Yeah, you probably could have got out faster until they closed that thing down where you couldn't get out, right? They made it where you couldn't leave. You see what I'm saying? All kind of stuff was going on. None of that mattered in those moments. You got to think about that, Okay, then we have the last but not least one. Where are we? Is the good old-fashioned, secretly wannabe high self-esteem, yet low self-esteem bullies. The bullies, right? You always had them somewhere lurking in school trying to ruin somebody's day to the point a kid can not want to go to school because they don't want to encounter the bullies, right? It could be that bad, and they walk around. They sometimes can be the popular kid or the popular whatever, I've seen teachers even do it in my lifetime to students, right? You always got somebody who got some, they had, something that they not right with in their life. So to make somebody else feel, to make themselves feel better, they make somebody else feel worse and vulnerable and defenseless and all that stuff, right? Okay, I ain't gonna bore y'all too much, but I do want to get this out, okay? And like I said, if don't nobody know by now, I tell you, I can't stand no damn bullies, right? I hate bullies. I really do. I want to almost use the word despise, but I don't want to lower myself to their level. But I really can't stand bullies. People who, they attack people who, you don't want to be in nothing, There's people who never wanted to fight a day, They just wanted to love people and stuff like that. And they come for those type of people, right? Intentionally, they come for them. So, okay, and I'll tell you, like, throughout my life, whenever I would witness something like that, I was always the person to be right there. I'd be right by their side, and at times you would think the army of God was right there beside me too, and in some ways he might have been. But I didn't get distracted. I didn't let what others thought about somebody, change my judgment. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, no, okay. If you cool with me, I don't care what nobody else think. And you gonna be cool with me. And that's it. Unfortunately, we didn't have a lot of people to do that. Most time, people get in there and join on the bandwagon of that and all that stuff and make it even worse for the person that's being bullied or whatever like that. But at the end of the day, short and all, I'll be right there. I ain't let nobody persuade me from what my heart and my mind felt. If I liked you, I liked you. It didn't matter, right? Okay, and what I want to say, I'm lost track of where I am. Okay, So at the end of the day, at the end of the day, I really was able to meet some truly, awesomely amazing, wonderful people. You know what I'm saying? I met wonderful people. You know what I'm saying? So, if you putting people in categories and you're overlooking somebody, then you'll never meet. I'm going back to the beginning, y'all. See, I keep piggybacking on everything because I don't want nobody to forget. But you'll never get to really, meet those truly good people because you joined in on a bandwagon and did what everybody else was doing, right? Leading you in the wrong directions. And like I just said before, about having your own compass. God gave you your own mind, your own judgment, right? Use your own compass. Don't let nobody guide you down there where you be lost all up in the woods and shoot, dodging bears and